Time. Welcome, judges. My name is Joe of Ghost Coffee Collab and Trace Brewing. Today, it's my privilege to share with you an exquisite coffee and a fun approach to brewing that leads to the most evenly extracted coffee I've ever had. We're talking crystal clear flavors, superb balance, and a complex structure that maintains from hot to cool. To accomplish this today, we'll be brewing in tricholates. Tricholates function best with minimal turbulence. Too much can cause the brewer to clog. They include these dispersion screens, which will gently shower our coffee bed with water to reduce agitation. Additionally, I've personally modified these brewers by shortening the brew chamber by 2 inches to minimize gravity-induced agitation. Admittedly though, a lack of agitation can cause problems for even extractions. Luckily, tricholates also limit the bypass of water around our coffee, allowing us to grind finer and use smaller doses. This makes for a more shallow coffee bed, compensating for that lack of turbulence. And now moving on to grind size, because it's critically important for even extractions. Very small coffee particles, the fines, have much more surface area and extract much more quickly than their larger counterparts, the boulders. In trying to properly extract boulders, we risk over-extracting fines, leading to astringency and blocking flavor perception in the cup. We could, in theory, sift our dose and remove these fines from the equation, but this would be wasteful, and these brews tend to lack complexity. Fines contribute sweet flavors in body to balance the fruity acids of the boulders. For a harmonious experience, we want all of these things together in the cup. And so the question of the day is, how can we evenly extract a multitude of particle sizes in one brew? Let's find out. For our dose today, we'll be working with 15 grams of coffee. I've used a 200 micron sieve to separate that dose into 2 portions, boulders and fines. We have 13 grams of boulders inside our tricholates ready to brew. The remaining 2 grams of fines I have here, and a second dispersion screen. These are clingy enough that they'll stay put here on this screen until we pour water over them, where they become small enough to fall through into the chamber below. For our recipe today, we're going to give the boulders a head start, making 2 60-gram pours at 20 seconds apart. Then, at 60 seconds, we'll swap these screens for the ones with our fines, making 1 final pour of 100 grams, for a total brew weight of 220 grams, or just shy of a 1:15 ratio. Additionally, after brewing, I'll be diluting your coffee with 25 grams of bypass water, which is already dosed in our carafes and ready. Everybody ready? Let's brew. Our coffee today is a Sidra variety from Jardines del Eden in Quindío, Colombia. Jardines del Eden is at 1,800 meters above sea level, which is optimum for a Sidra to flourish. Our coffee has been processed naturally with a 50-hour anaerobic fermentation. This is long enough for it to develop fruit-forward flavors, but short enough for it to maintain origin and varietal characteristics, making it an ideal companion for this brewing technique. I'm pouring quickly here so that these dispersion screens can do the jobs that they're intended to do. Now, the Sidra variety is said to be a cross between Bourbon and Typica. And this leads to a truly spectacular flavor profile that combines the best of both worlds. Now please, as our brews finish here, take down some notes for me. In the aromatics of our coffee, you'll find rose water, cocoa powder, and cooked strawberry. The acidity of our coffee is medium intensity, but complex, beginning malic and tartaric, like red grape, and intensifies and becomes more citric as it cools, like kiwi. The body of our coffee is medium weight, but round and juicy, will cause your palates to salivate. And for the hot flavors, we have a sweet foundation of cane syrup and brown sugar, with hints of bittersweet chocolate, cooked strawberry, rose water, and an aftertaste of bittersweet chocolate, and a slightly herbaceous eucalyptus that will be persistent throughout the entirety of the cup. Once our coffee is warm, the fruit flavors develop more fully as ripe red grape and orange juice. And once cool, the fruit flavors intensify further as ripe kiwi and develop a tannic nature like black currant, still with that aftertaste of bittersweet chocolate and eucalyptus. Now, placing lids on these carafes and swirling unlocks volatile aromatics that will enhance your experience here. As I place the carafe in front of you, please evaluate only the aroma as quickly as you can, and don't be shy, don't be afraid to get your nose in here. It's your coffee, after all. I'll be right back. May I? May I? May I? Now, judges, I have two final requests of you today. One of which is to please use your spoons when evaluating for acidity and hot flavors. And the second is to really just enjoy. It's been a lot of fun learning how to brew coffee this way, and it's changed how I think about extraction. What we've done today has technically lowered our total extraction yield. But by making that extraction more even, we were able to create a coffee that is truly an enhanced version of itself. I hope you have as much fun experiencing it as I've had creating it for you today. Thank you. Time.